today is the day. It is finally done, and we're ready for the tour.
Let's show them.
Let's.
Welcome back to the Lazy H.
And part 2 of the ultimate DIY chicken coop. We're so excited to show this thing off. Yes, we have the final product. We will show everything later. We're gonna keep the intro short, sweet, simple, but we're gonna continue with the time lapse and kind of the how-to, how we got to our final product, and then we'll end it off with a tour. We'll let you guys meet our flock. But anyways, we'll go ahead and jump into it. So enjoy the time lapse, the how-to, and then stick around for the tour at the end. And we're back with the chicken coop video again. Last night was kind of a double whammy as far as keeping us from getting stuff done. The camera battery died like immediately, but then also a thunderstorm snuck up, and so we didn't want to be out here with the lightning and thunder, so obviously we packed our stuff up and headed out. But I think I missed a couple of time lapses for sure, but also just kind of general updates, and so I'll kind of go through and show what we have so far and the problems that I'm now facing, now running into, and some of the adjustments I'm gonna have to make on the fly with this thing. And so just to kind of show, we did get the black tin added on the front and the bottom, and then we got it painted. As you can see, we wanted to make the inside white. And then we got our chicken wire added, as you can see, and I went ahead and added it behind the metal just because I know with chickens you can never be too safe. And then I was able to get started on the nesting boxes, and I'm actually pretty far. I honestly just have to add the metal to the outside and it'll be done. You can see it's on hinges, so you can basically walk up, lift the lid up, and you'll be able to reach down and get your eggs. Pretty easy there. All I did is, there was some, from the shop build, there were some scrap 2x6s left, and so I just took them and ripped them down to 2x2s on the table saw, and that was pretty easy to work with and light enough to where Maggie or I, either one, could easily lift it up, because obviously since you're gonna be lifting it every day, you want something somewhat light. Now, on the back side, you can see we started adding some of the tin. Here's where I get into the problems I'm now running into. On the front, you can see I thought it through, and I added these wooden supports so that I could have something to drill the metal into. Well, here on the back, I forgot to add any supports. And so, as you can see, come around and show you from the outside, it's just super flimsy because I only have studs spaced out every 24 inches or so whenever I need to add some cross supports basically from here to here so that I can drill into, and it can be sturdy enough to where if an animal tries to push in on it, basically it's not going to have enough give to where they can get in. And so tonight is basically correcting what I didn't think through from the beginning. Once I get those attached, Maggie will be out here and we'll try to get the rest of the metal put up that we currently have. One of the other issues, we thought we were gonna have enough metal left over from the shop, and we're gonna be close on the white color, but the black, I think we're gonna have enough for about one side of the roof. And so I think we just decided we're gonna bite the bullet there and go ahead and order some more black so that the whole thing can match and match the shop and obviously match the rest of the building. But anyways, that's kind of where we're at, the hiccups that I've hit so far and how I'm gonna try to go through and correct them. I'll set up and just grab some time lapse for everything that we get done tonight. we're back out at the chicken coop, and this is it. This is the last update. This is the last update.
You were gonna say
I'm not gonna say this is the last day we're working on it, but this will be the last update we will give before the final tour of the finished product. So we didn't want things to get too repetitive, which I'm pretty sure I probably already have done a little bit. So we figured
sure probably already repetitive, right there.
Okay, whatever. It's hard, okay? We figured that we would just show you where we got so far since the last update. Nothing really changes as far as, you know, it's the same process just over and over. So we'll show you where we're at, and then we'll just come back at the end and do the final walkthrough and take a look at the sorry, you're just so cute. And take a look at
the chickens.
The chickens and the finished product. Sorry. So anyways, last we updated, we basically had
show the chicken
a little bit further on the nesting boxes. And so as you can see, they are 99% done. We actually, I had the idea to use these milk crates. And so basically the thought process there is I'll use my jigsaw to cut this window out, and then there will be a lip there which will hold all the straw in and the eggs and everything like that. But there's also these handles, and so if we ever get a broody hen or anything like that, we can just pick it up and take it to its own spot where it can kind of be isolated from the rest of the flock. But anyways, that's what we got there, and then we just added OSB underneath it, and we just cut that down. I think we have some.
Also, if you didn't know what a broody hen was, because I did not know what a broody hen was, it means it's sitting on its eggs to hatch them.
Okay.
Come to me for all your chicken knowledge.
Farm Talk 101. So the chicken door.
Here,
so the other piece, I'm pretty proud with how this turned out. So originally, if you can imagine from the other video, there's just an opening right there. And originally we thought we would just put a piece of plywood on hinges, and then we'd have to either walk through the coop or walk out into the chicken yard each day and just open it up for the chickens. Well, I was like, man, the nest box open to the outside. Let's just keep that theme of you don't have to go in here if you're in a hurry or if you're not wanting to. And so we actually had these scrap, and if you want to come show this, we had these scrap boards left from when they brought the metal. You can see there's kind of a groove on the inside. And so the boards just came like that from the metal for the shop build, and they left them out here as scrap. And so I figured I'll just use that. It's about 1 inch of a cutout right there. And then luckily enough, at our shop at our old house, there was this random piece of plywood, and so it fit perfect. And so what I'm gonna do is basically have a pulley system that goes through there, and this thing will just pull up, and then each night we can put it down and we'll be able to do it from the outside. So that's what we've got so far. You can see we have a little bit of roofing done. We got a lot more to go, and then, well, a lot more roofing and siding to go, and then we have the door. So anyways, I've already been talking too long. This is the last update that we're gonna give. We'll show some time lapse, but then it's gonna be the final walkthrough. All right, today is the day. It is finally done, and we're ready for the tour.
Let's show them.
Let's take a look.
Oh my God.
But first, a little bit of dramatic drone footage and B-roll. All right, the moment you've been waiting for.
The coop! So, here's our chicken coop. It's taking us, I don't even know how many weeks to this point.
Probably like 3 weeks, right?
3 weeks. It feels like it's taking us a lot longer. But here is the coop. As you can see, we stuck with the black and white like our shop. We stole this table.
Thanks, Kelly and Joe.
Because we thought it looked so cute, and then we went and got some plants to make it just look very festive. It's what, 100 and some degrees here, but I'm feeling a little fall, and so it's looking really cute. But I will take the camera because the man, the legend, needs to explain what he did.
Just start off, obviously you can see we wanted it to be aesthetically appealing. I think maybe rewind for a second. I think the coolest part of this project is since Maggie and I have been married, this has been the first time where we really tackled the project of, we explained it from the beginning. And why are you laughing?
Because just keep going.
And you know, she came, I said, let's get chickens, let's build a chicken coop, let's DIY it all. And then she came and she was like, okay, here's some of the ideas I have, and then I had my vision, and we just kind of spitball our ideas. And truthfully, for me, it couldn't have come out more perfect.
No,
what do you think?
No, it's perfect.
So I think that piece is really cool. But anyways, on to the meat of it. Let's go through, and actually we'll start from the outside. And so we wanted kind of the theme, a lot of thought went into this thing. We wanted to be able to check our eggs. We wanted to be able to lift the chicken coop door so that they could get outside to their run. We wanted to be able to do all of that from the outside. And so we'll head over to the nesting boxes first. And so I kind of captured this beforehand, as far as you can lift this up, and then eventually we'll have straw in here. They're not old enough to lay yet, but be able to grab your eggs and all of that. But then one of the things I kind of ran into is you have to leave this open and then reach in, and it's kind of uncomfortable. And so I actually added this chain and little hook. And so now we've got it to where you can set it up, it can be hands-free. The nesting boxes kind of block the chickens themselves from getting out if anything was to happen. So you could gather your eggs, be good to go, set them on your table, and then put it right back down. So that's the nesting boxes. Let's just keep going 360 and take a look at the back. So maybe to give the vision of what this will turn into, because obviously people are going to see this and say, what the heck, there's no chicken run. Yes, you are correct. That's going to be on down the road. But essentially what we'll do is we'll run fencing from the corner of the building right here. That's why we kind of left this space. And we'll run it straight over. And then this whole little field right here is going to turn into the chicken run. You know, we're going to try to let them be out on grass, getting bugs, worms, that kind of stuff. Healthy, fresh air for the, you know, we want to do all this because we want healthy, good food for us. And so we want them to be as healthy as possible. So that's the idea with the run and everything out here. Then you can see this piece was a little bit challenging, getting the metal to match up. I don't know if you can tell, there's a couple.
It really doesn't look bad at all.
A couple of imperfections, but ultimately we've got the chicken door right here, which we'll show inside a little bit later, because we're basically going to have a pulley system that allows us to pull that up and let the chickens out from outside of the coop over there. But anyways, other than that, pretty boring, besides the fact that it keeps the theme of the black on bottom, white on top. Then we get back over here, and obviously it's the same thing, right? The nesting boxes on the other side. Same concept with leaving it open to get your eggs out. I don't know, I'm really proud with how these turned out. I think that looks really cool, and it's the small details for me because we kept the black. I guess this is chrome, but everything else, I don't know. I love how it turned out. So now we get back to the front. We knew that we wanted wire on the front. We wanted them to be able to breathe. We wanted them to be able to have plenty of fresh air, plenty of space inside. That's why we made it too big rather than too small, right? But then I went ahead and I added this header for the door because I think eventually we're probably gonna, you know, again, this is a bougie chicken coop. We're gonna have like fresh eggs or the Hall hen house, something really cheesy like that. But other than that, you know, we've got consistent on the hardware colors. We've got the black door handle and latch. But yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and let's hop in. Maggie, go ahead and show them our flock.
Okay, our flock is here. Okay, I will show you my favorites. Here's our little phantoms.
Yeah.
They're kind of separated right
skittish.
now. Yeah.
And for anyone that doesn't know what a banty or bantam is, it's basically, it's still a chicken, it's just a smaller version of a chicken. Basically, they're cute and
they grow up to be like different than the...
Yeah, so let me show, for example, we're pretty sure that this is a buff.
I'm sorry, I was trying to get his feet.
Is a buff silky, and like you can see, it has little feathers on its legs. It's got a little, its hair or its feathers are coming up right there.
So cute.
So a little bit more cute rather than, oh, we got them for eggs.
Yeah, but we did get enough of those too. The other hens that we, the other chickens that we got were Rhode Island pullets, and
we thought they were pullets.
yes, turns out that we got a bunch of roosters. Pretty much ended up 50-50 with the roosters, and so we will have to go get some more hens because probably won't get rid of any. I think we'll just add more. And then we ended up getting 6 guineas, which they are.
Yeah, I'll show the guineas. They're starting to make that weird noise. Anyone that's ever seen guineas, they make a crazy noise.
And then our poor guy right here, he's a rooster, but he's hurt. Well, he's not hurt, he's just...
There's something wrong with his leg.
Yeah, it's been wrong, but he's actually doing way better than we thought, so he'll be here for a while. Now, do you want to explain?
He has a safe spot on the farm. He will never get caught clean cooked.
Oh my gosh, no.
Some of the other roosters, maybe, who knows?
Okay.
Future video. But we have to ask. We have not named that one.
Oh yeah.
They all look the same, right? They're all Rhode Island Reds. So we really can't name any of the other ones. The one with the hurt foot, obviously, you can tell apart. So let us know some name ideas. I'll show you guys the Banny again. We have what we believe is a buff silky. Buff being the color, it's basically tan. But we think we have a rooster, and so I thought it'd be funny to name the buff silky bantam Arnold. Because it's buff, right? Ah, dad joke. Okay, whatever. She doesn't think it's funny anymore. She laughed the first time. Anyways, let me know. Is that a funny name or is it a dad joke?
Dad joke. Now, let us know what's going on the inside.
Yeah, so maybe I'll start off because some people are going to see this coop and they're going to be like, oh, that's way too much. Why would I ever need that for chickens? Part of you is probably correct, but also I'm going to flash some of the chicken coops that you can buy from stores like Atwood's, Tractor Supply. I'll flash pictures of those up along with the price tags because basically we started out, we thought maybe we'll just buy a pre-made chicken coop. There was one that was like a doghouse. Daisy and Duke couldn't even fit in. It was $600. Dude, no thanks. I'll build it. This turned out way better. We can actually get inside, clean everything out. You know, this is gonna sound weird, but get in here with the chickens. So anyways, that's the reasons of why we went this route. But, uh-oh, they're freaking out. Anyways, had to cut that out because they're going freaking crazy in here. But, you can see I went all natural with the roosting bars. We had some cedar trees out here, and so I actually just cut the branches down. For those that might not know, cedar is really good against like moisture, and really it's a resilient wood. And so I thought it'd be better to go with a branch so that the chickens, when they roost at night, can naturally kind of bend their claws around it rather than a 2x4 where it would be kind of awkward. So that's kind of what we got going on there.
Yeah, what's this thing hanging in front of the camera?
Oh, so this is the chain for the feeder. Anyone that might have had chickens before, they can be pretty nasty creatures, and so you want to hang their feeder up a couple of inches, basically so that they don't scratch stuff into there. So that's what that is. We got the water over there. The water's on the ground right now, but eventually we'll get that up on a brick so that they won't scratch stuff. Dude, these things are freaking out on us. They don't like being on YouTube.
Oh, this one's trying to get out, I can tell.
Chill out, bro. But let me get them away from the chicken door, because this is the other piece that I want to show off a little bit. So we used some scrap pieces, basically the boards that when they brought the metal for the shop, they had some extra boards that had like an inch gap cut out in them. And so I had the idea, well, I'm pretty sure we could put a piece of plywood in there and basically make a pulley system to where the chicken door will open. And so we do not have the pulley system completely done yet, but if you take a look at the door, you can see we screwed a little, I don't know, circle hook onto it, and basically we will put a rope onto that, and over time we'll set it up to where from outside of the chicken coop, you can pull a lever that will pull it up, but this will just slide up, and they can get outside to the grass, and then you basically unlatch the rope, and gravity takes it back down to shut it. And it's too, honestly, it's too heavy. I don't think a predator could lift it up. It's also kind of awkward angled if you'd have to push straight up, right? So maybe if a raccoon was lucky, it could get in here. But one more thing. So you'll notice we have these milk crates in here. And these are gonna be what turns into our nesting boxes. As you can see, I have not cut the hole right here so that they can hop up and get in there and lay eggs. I haven't done that yet because they're about half the age of what they need to get to start laying. They're about 2 months old, and from the research I did, they'll be like, what? Sorry, 2 times 2. 4, math's hard. 4 months old before they start laying eggs, and so I don't want them to mess in there or anything, so I just kept it closed for now. But really, the idea with using the milk crates is, one, it's just easy, right? I can move this in and out to clean it out. But then also, we did get some silkies, and silkies are known to go broody a lot. And broody means that they turn into mama hens, basically. They want to sit and hatch their eggs. And so my thought process there was, if we do have one that does that, I want to be able to pick it up and take it to its own enclosure and be separate so that the eggs don't get smashed or anything like that. And if you decide to go this route, check Facebook Marketplace. You can find these things super cheap. If you're in the Bartlesville area, Senor Salsa is the plug for milk crates. They've got a ton and they'll sell them to you for cheap.
So I hope you liked our chicken coop tour.
And you better have liked, oh,
What was wrong?
there was a bug on the lens. And you better have liked the chicken coop. I'm sorry, like, anyone that knows me, I'm not cocky, I'm not arrogant, but dude, come on. Like, this chicken coop, come on. Give me props where props is due, right?
I don't even know what to say about that. But anyways, we worked really hard on this chicken coop, so if you liked it, give us a thumbs up or subscribe, that would be awesome. And we will see you next Sunday.
See ya.